Monitoring repairs made on the dam at Lake Hudson is causing so many living on the lake added stress. And it's because these exercises may flood their homes. 2 News Oklahoma's Braden Bates is live in studio advocating for these residents who, Braden, are pleading for the GRDA to not do the next test because look at that, because of that video.
Exactly. I mean, this video was sent to us, to our newsroom, by the Hendrickson family of their home surrounded by water. Just take a look at it. That is pretty shocking video. It's all because of monitoring exercises, testing repairs made on the lake's dam. The family claims the GRDA is purposefully flooding homes by holding back the water to perform these monitoring exercises. They raise the lake levels in 3 stages. Where the lake normally sits is at 620 feet. The 3 exercises take that water 10+ feet higher. 2 of the stages have already happened, the first at 630 feet, then the second at 633 feet. The 3rd exercise will go an additional 3 feet. The Hendricksons tell me it's heartbreaking to know this last test will flood their home.
We'd really like them to reconsider this last test using the data they have, because it's devastating to us, especially because at 636, the GRDA has said that that's going to be a flood event, and that's when they'll do the test. So them not responding to a flood event is just incomprehensible.
And it's unpredictable. The exercise doesn't have a set date because it depends on the weather and rainfall. So it's a waiting game. I wanted to hear from the GRDA, so I talked with the corporate spokesperson, Justin Alberti. He says these monitoring exercises are required by the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission.
For any structure that is below the top of the flood pool or right at the edge of the flood pool, we're certainly sympathetic to that. And again, this is part of what we have to do to maintain the license at a request from the Federal Energy Commission.
He tells me if the GRDA does not do these tests, they can lose their license to operate the dam. But the family says they could lose their home. As of now, the GRDA and the Hendricksons don't know when this 3rd event will take place because it requires enough water from upstream. That's coming down from Grand, from Missouri, Kansas. All of that factors into this. Alberti says people will be notified through Facebook and a flood bulletin. Christine?
Okay, so Braden, my question is, did these residents know that they bought this home knowing that this could happen, that their home could flood?
So they did know that it was a possibility of flooding. However, they thought that it was going to be from a natural event and not them purposefully holding back this water. So that is something that was a shock to them. They do have flood insurance, so they are covered. However, this doesn't make it any easier. They are actually out of town right now, and so that is worrying as this rainfall comes closer.
Of course, you said it best, a scary waiting game for them. And we're going to wait and see what happens with that 3rd release. Braden, we appreciate it. You'll have that full story for us later on throughout the day on KJRH, so we appreciate it.
Thank you.